So, hello. Today we're basically going to go over what bottlenecking is, and it's probably something you should be planning out before you even look at getting a computer because it is a very important and big issue. So first of all, you'll probably might know or might not know what bottlenecking is, but basically to summarize it, it is where either your CPU or your graphics card is too fast for the other one. Now you're thinking, well, what happens when it's too fast? Well, nothing really, nothing bad happens. It's just you're not getting full performance out of your equipment. So for example, I have this computer back here. This is my system, my workstation, computer, gaming system, whatever you like to call it. It's pretty much a beast and I really do enjoy using it. Now, when I was looking out for parts for it, I had, I'd make sure I got a good processor so I could do my editing and also keep up with the graphics card and stuff. And I also had to get a good graphics card for the games I wanted. So for in my build right here, I have an Ryzen 7 1800X and for the graphics card, I have a GTX 1080 Ti. Those are my two cards. Now, had I gotten a processor, we'll just say, had I gotten an i3 processor, Intel i3 processor, I don't know, we'll just choose any of them. You probably, in some games, I probably would not get the FPS I should, simply because the processor inside of it can't keep up with it. This is called bottlenecking, and that's why a lot of people complain when they go through and pick out parts, is because they sometimes get that issue. So another issue that you all are probably wondering as well is what happens when the processor is too fast for the graphics card. Well, that's a little less, it doesn't have as much of a damage on or impact on your quality of your gameplay, simply because your graphics you want to give your graphics as much leeway and as much power as you possibly can compared to your processor. So now, RAM, on the other hand, sometimes can bottleneck your processing speed and a whole bunch of other things. So actually, if you didn't know, Intel processors are stuck, their RAM is around 2666 megahertz, and the Ryzen, I don't think they can go up to 4 gigahertz. But sometimes when the RAM isn't fast enough or is too slow, it sometimes actually does hinder performance and you're actually getting less out of your system. So check to see what your processor actually supports, because if you actually get faster RAM, it actually makes your computer run a lot faster. And of course, there also is a point where things get too fast for any good. So for example, if you had RAM that was extremely fast, for example, we'll just say, I don't know, 10 gigahertz. I know it's not possible, but if it was, it really wouldn't make a difference because the CPU or the processor wouldn't be able to keep up with it and it wouldn't really do anything. And that's also bottlenecking because you're not getting the performance you should out of your RAM. Now, most other computer parts really won't have that issue. For example, if you don't have enough power in your power supply, your computer won't turn on, and bottlenecking will be the least of your worries. The other thing is, if you have too much power, I don't think it really does anything, so I think you're good there. Memory, there's no such thing as, well, never mind. If you have too little memory, fam, you're not going to be able to install Windows in the first place, so you shouldn't even be watching this video. And if you have too much, I don't think that's a bad issue. Now, I'm trying to think of cooling you really can't count in there, but I hope this video helped you out understanding what bottlenecking is. It's something you should probably be planning out in future. If you're planning to get a system, try to get something that's going to be evenly, and do your research to make sure it actually will fully use it. Because if you're going to use something, and if you're going to buy all these parts and they're not going to be fully used, then obviously you downgrade or something because you don't want to spend money for something you can't fully use. So I hope this video helped you guys. Check out my channel for other information, talks, and stuff like this as well. And thank you for watching.